My name is Michael Kojo. I am a human rights activist and also human rights defender. The basic tenets of any human life is right to life. That is inherent. So what happened to Ojwang is something which is pathetic and we will not take it for granted. And us, as members of civil society, we want to give a solution to that given challenge. And the solution to that given challenge is that we want the criminal penal code to be amended, whereby any arresting police officer, any Directorate of Criminal Investigating Officer who is going to apprehend any citizen in the Republic of Kenya has to come with a form, and the form has to originate from the nearest police station. And this form has to be signed by the lowest administrative unit of the national government, and that is none other than the area chief. The area chief needs to sign the form if any person is going to be apprehended or taken to jail from their home state. Second to that, the other issue I'd like to put across concerning the death of that given young man, the DGI of police is not above the law. Why was he allowed by the Independent Police Oversight Authority, Mr. Issa Kassan, who is the chairperson, who is an advocate of the High Court, to go to the press briefing? That one shows clearly that they are watering down the evidences which are to be alluded against Mr. Lagat. So for me, one of the things which ought to have been done is that Mr. Lagat should not have attended the press briefing and he ought to have resigned. He ought to have resigned with immediate effect. He was given the mantle to uphold, to protect, and to defend the Constitution, which contains the right to life, which is inherent, which cannot be taken away. In a nutshell, I would also want to pinpoint to security apparatus. When you are killing members of the public, you are increasing the burden of taxation. Because this Kenyan who has been killed, he was a professional. And imagine, he was to be cleared and he needs to have a certificate of good conduct. How much does this citizen pay? It is 1,000 shillings. So when he pays 1,000 shillings, and right now he's not there, it means the burden of taxation will befall on the rest of the members of the public. So I would also like to take it to members of police service that you should not take any person's life, because when you take any person's life, you increase the burden of taxation. If there are less persons in the republic, they have to be paid the taxes. So if there are more people, the lesser we pay the taxes.
I'm Henry Okano. I'm a human rights defender. I've come here to state very categorically that we are not very happy with the death of Albert Ojwang that was taken from their home, taken to Nairobi, and later the family found the body was in the mortuary. We want to say this in the strongest term possible, that they swore in that they will defend human rights. No human right is less. And we want to say, not only when this thing happened, I mean to the duty bearers, that people come very strongly. We have come strongly because before God, all human beings are equal. And we want to say that they should take appropriate action, that those who are involved be arrested. Not only arrested, they should also be sacked. But we don't want PR to be done like they've been doing it before. But our father wants to say that this should be done by the IPOA, not really the police investigating themselves. Many a times we have realized that when they do those things themselves, things don't work on well. But we are very saddened, and I also want to say that we want to say pole to the family of Albert. We know they only had one child, and that child is gone. Today it might be me, or Ojwang, but tomorrow it will be yours. So we are not taking this thing for granted. And we now therefore want to ask the police force to do the best that they can to arrest those people and they be sacked. Yeah. That's why we are saying it will not be very easy for the policemen to investigate themselves. They might say they've been interdicted, but how sure are we We have lost confidence in what they are doing now, and therefore we want the name published so that we'll be able to know that what they are saying is the truth. But above all, the buck should not stop with the small people who had come to arrest these people. The buck should stop with the names that have been mentioned. Yesterday we had them saying the deputy inspector general of police was involved. So we want an action be taken against him also.
Equally, you are criticizing the act of police, that the arrest person, they took him to the police, he died there. That is not different with extrajudicial killing of the police, because we are not sure, we have not even heard the post-mortem done, what made him die. Whether on gunshot, whether or what, we have not known. So we are very, very, very unhappy, and we are telling the police that we are not asking and we are demanding from the police that if you arrest somebody, even me who is here, if you arrest me, take me to the court. Let us follow the constitution that 24 hours in police cell is allowed, but it's other things that is bringing some other funny killings.
Ba ako ngika, uwa gamba ka ubira bira kamo.